Hello, Alexis.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, good evening. Welcome. Vilma, welcome. Good evening, Vilma.
Welcome. Good evening.
Good evening. Sorry, I was I couldn't answer you, Vilma, but yeah, we need you in the class, Vilma. Yes, try your best if you can. Right, I'm gonna grad you later, right? Good.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
perfect.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So everything okay, Vilma? Is everything okay right now? It's Friday.
Yes. 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 Because it's Friday. Everything is fine right now.
It's
It's
Friday, and the body
it's
knows, right?
Sunday.
And Alexis knows as well. Long trip again, Alexis?
Yeah, when the class finish, I will go to a friend's house.
Another trip.
Yeah, this is my last weekend in vacation. I have to enjoy it.
Of course. All right, that's nice. Good. Any plans for this weekend, Vilma, Darío? Any plans for this weekend?
Not all.
Not
Let
at
me know.
all.
Just
Good evening.
Good evening.
no.
Stay home, try to rest.
Okay. And at home, do you do any activities? Maybe painting, reading, I don't know, exercising, gardening, planting?
I do exercising and cleaning and getting everything. Uh, uh how do you say, like, organized?
Organizing. All right. Yes. I think on the weekends, in my case, is even a little bit more like let's say tiring than the rest of the week. I have to dust, I had to clean, do many things at home. Yes, especially when you are rebuilding, when you are doing things inside the house, it's terrible. There's a lot of dust that you have to clean. Otherwise, it's gonna be dirty the whole week. Good.
Yes.
So we can see the little Leslie in the back.
He's getting from his special dinner has a reward for being behavior uh, for behave excellent on classes.
For behaving well. Okay.
For behaving well, right?
Yes. Um, every what is it? Every sacrifice has a compensation, right? Well, in this
Of
case,
course,
behaving well.
behaving well, right?
Behaving well. Hello. Hello.
That's not my son.
That's not your son. That's James' daughter,
That's
right?
that's my daughter.
How old is she?
3, but in around 3 weeks she will arrive to 4.
She will be four.
Get it? Yeah, she will be getting 4,
She
or
will
she
be
will.
four. All
She will
right,
be,
four
she will
years
be
old.
torn.
Again,
Teacher, we can say she will be torn.
she will turn, yes,
She will
or she
turn.
will
She will
be.
turn.
Yeah, she will
Ah,
turn 4 years old, or you can say she will be. She will
mm,
be 4 years old. Get,
okay.
yeah, it's understandable, but get is like more like obtain, right? So it's better to say she will be 4 years old. All right, good, thank you. So Camedardo, Marla, and Anna, you have a very like you're thinking a very thoughtful posture, Anna.
No, teacher, I was trying to do the homework for
Okay,
today.
for today.
I tried to finish, but I was thinking if you can give us a little short time for talk to our coworkers.
Oh yes, yes, we're going to organize. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're going
Okay,
to
so
have time to organize, and then yeah, it's not like a scientific explanation, just basic things, topics that you understand, and problems that we have, things that will happen, right? What will happen if we
okay,
continue like this?
okay.
Yes, good. So let me see who else. Jacqueline's coming. Hercules coming. Alexis is getting ready for another long trip. Yeah, you really enjoy the weekends, Alexis.
Yeah, teacher. For me, it's the phrase that is Friday and the body knows.
So that goes that fits on
I
you
don't
then.
know how do you say hígado, but it's the same. My hígado
Liver,
knows. My ear knows.
liver,
My
liver.
liver knows.
Okay, all right. That's your expression basically.
Yeah.
It's true. Yes, weekend is coming. It's time to go out, and then tomorrow you can wake up late if you want, maybe, or if you can, or you know that you don't have responsibilities. Yes. Well, it depends, right? If you don't have any other responsibility, but kids normally in the morning they wake up very early sometimes. So anyway, you had to wake up. Good evening, Claudia. Welcome.
Good evening. Sorry, teacher. Jaime.
Don't worry, it's okay. You're right on time. Right on time. We got Jacqueline. Welcome, Monica. It's Friday, the last day of the week. Yes. Well, we need to move ahead. We have some things to do, and we're gonna work in pairs, and then we need to talk. But also, I have like a sure, like listening and then and talk. For example, let me write the question here. A college degree is useless. What do you think? Let me see, Mr. Urbina. Just to begin with,
Okay.
college is useless. Good. What do you think? College degree
Mm,
is useless.
I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Why not?
mm, because if you have a college degree, you can get sometimes you can get a better job, or you can get a better salary maybe. So for me, it's not it's useful.
It's
it's useful.
useful.
It's useful. Yep.
But but is there any moment in which you don't need a college degree to do something? Or is there a moment
Mm,
or a time in our life that we don't need?
I'm talking according my reality, right?
All right. All right. Perfect.
Exactly. So if I have a college degree, but uh, for that reason, I could get I don't know, a good job maybe.
Okay. All right. Good. How about you, Jacqueline? What do you think? A college degree is useless or useful?
Mm, it's useful. College
Uh,
degree is useful. Uh,
okay.
yes, because if you don't study or if you don't prepare for yourself, you can achieve your goals, or you can get a better job or travel around the world. You can do many things
Okay.
if you have a degree. Yes.
We had different perspectives, right? Depending in some other areas or maybe countries, a college degree is not really important, right? And but yeah, in our case, yes, it is. For example, if you apply for a job, as long as you show the college degree, all right, so welcome. Otherwise, you can't. Yes, it depends, right? So we're gonna have a short listening like this, and then we're going to listen into it and then talk a little bit, and then it's like a warm-up talking before we work in pairs. But right now we're gonna listen it like individually, and then we return, because if I put it by myself, so then it's gonna get stuck. All right, good. I'm gonna send you. You have time to listen, and then we return. And try to write down something that you understand or you don't understand, or things that you don't understand. Go ahead, Jacqueline, Monica, Anna. Hello, Lisette.
Hi, how are you, teacher?
I'm good, and you?
I just came into my house. I just took the shower and I'm ready for the class. But are you?
That's nice. Yeah, right. Yes, taking a shower, that's an excellent perk up, right? So you wake up. Coming, yes.
But sometimes it makes you feel like you want to go to sleep already.
Oh, that's true.
Immediately.
Yeah, sometimes, right? After a few minutes, it will, yes. And right now we're doing like a short listening. I send it to the group. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna send it individually so you can see it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hello, Vanessa.
Hi, teacher. How are you? Sorry,
Good.
I'm late.
Don't worry, it's okay. How was your day?
Very busy. Actually, I'm just arriving home.
I see. All right. And do you, so you go to work to the company? Is
Uh,
not from home.
Now I'm working from home because since last week, because in my office, some of my coworkers have COVID. So we are working from home. Mhm.
I see. Yes. It's better to work from home, I think, instead of, being exposed to this virus. And which company do you work for?
SEXA, Compañía Eléctrica Cucumacayan. It's an hydroelectrical company.
Oh, okay. It's like the Grupo Cel?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
from Grupo Cel.
Oh, that's nice. Very good.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like my job.
All right. Yes. Yeah. I know about these people, about, this environment. We used to go to teach to Grupo Cel, companies. We used to go to teach English to ETESAL, INE,
Really?
LAGEO,
Mhm.
ETESAL, INE. Yeah. ETESAL Soyapango, ETESAL in Santa Ana. La Geo here in San Salvador, by
In
La
Santa Tecla.
by La
Uh-huh.
Mascota, there's another place.
En La
Ine,
Mascota are
uh-huh,
INE.
uh-huh.
Mhm,
Yeah, oh, it's true. And then
mhm.
Ine was another one a little bit far here, going to Talnique is the name. It's Sonsonate, going to Sonsonate. Talnique is the
Mm.
place.
But I think it's from INE too,
It's in,
Talnique.
yeah, it's
Mhm,
Ine. Yeah, that is
mhm.
Ine. It's very
Yeah.
nice, this place. And
Yeah. Yeah. We have good benefits in the company
oh
and it's
yes,
really nice.
it's
Mhm,
really nice. And yeah, the people is very friendly, a lot of hardworking people. I remember when we went to INE, only
mhm.
guys, the same, it's the same with ETESA, only guys, right? Only electrician, a lot of electricians. And they said, hey teacher, hey, when are you going to send a female teacher? They were asking for, and I told them why. And they said, no, yeah, we like your classes and you're a good teacher, but we're only men. We would like to see girls. Yeah, and sometimes,
That's nice.
yeah, and sometimes we have like a substitutions, right? Like a girl went to cover a class and they were extremely happy. Not, yes, they were really funny. But yeah, I met a lot of people there. Good. Nice.
Okay.
Santa Maria, good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Yeah, I'm thinking
Good
about the
evening,
morning.
teacher. Sorry.
Good evening. Yeah, we're doing right now like a short listening. I don't know if you were able to
Yes,
listen it.
I see the video. I'm
Oh,
watching
you
it.
saw it? All right, good. Yeah, it's about like the question is like is college degree useless? What do you think before the rest come? College degree is useless. Like you don't need a diploma. Is that correct?
Well, about my experience, I think teacher is not useful because sometimes when you are applying in a, for example, in a job, you need experience. So they asking you for experience. So maybe the experience is more important than a degree.
Okay, all right. Vanessa, what do you think?
Sorry, teacher, what was the question?
College degree is useless.
College degree.
College degree, like a diploma,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like a
I
degree from the
think
university.
I think it depends. Like Santa Maria said, sometimes the experience it's more important if to get a job, for example. But in many places, they ask you for a college degree. It's like a requirement to get the job. So I think it depends, but I think yes, you need a diploma sometimes to get a better position or better jobs.
And sometimes teacher is the university, for example. I don't know if I have heard some people who say if you study in the UTEC, if you study in the Pedagogica, is not a good university like a national university or UCA University. So some people say that, but maybe they are wrong. The thing is the people. I mean, the people have to study. The people have to be, how do you say, autodidacta.
Autodidactic or self-study skills.
Self-study.
Okay, so I think that the person who is study has to has to do the good things, in order to be a good professional.
It's true. Yeah, that is not the university that will make you as a professional. It's the effort, it's the what is it, the sacrifices that you do, or how
Exactly.
hard you work to get something or study something. It's not the university. You can come from any university, but at the moment, for example, when it comes about getting a job, so it's not about, oh, he's coming from this, he doesn't know. No, it's just about you. It's not the university. Yeah. So college degrees, is that useful or is not useful? Did you understand, or do you have questions about that short video? No?
I agree with the video and the comments that these
Mhm.
people are making, and I actually believe that you, if you study, means that you have a knowledge for at that time you have the knowledge to do the test, and you pass it and prove it, and everything is okay. But that doesn't guarantee that you will be continue being consistent in the in your whole life. I mean, on that on a specific subject. What it means is like uh, you put attention and you study for that, and but doesn't it's not something that will determine how much you know about something or about a subject.
Yeah, it won't determine, right, the kind of professional you are, or if you have, or if you don't have. Yes, good. Thank you, Vilma. Yes, and that's sure. Well, it was not that short, right? Around 9 to 10 minutes. You can see a lot of people talking about this, right? About education, and you can feel different intonations, different pronunciations. I don't know if you were able to understand all of it. And there are some people speaking very fast, some of them speaking very slow. And when you got, for example, like 50 cents, for example, did you see the slang style, right? Speaking, that's different. Like in this case, right? He said, here, this expression. All right, Medardo?
Yes, teacher. For example, he said like professor.
Uh-huh. Professor. Yeah, it's professors like when you refer to someone at the university, or teacher, which is the same. Yes, but professors more like someone with master's degrees, doctorates in education, but also it can be like teacher. Yes. He says something like this one, this expression. He said that I ain't quite got time. I ain't quite got time. And what does it mean what do you understand about that sentence?
Casi no tengo tiempo.
Yeah, it's just like I don't have time. Basically, speaking formal is like I don't have time to study, to go to university. But when you listen like in a slang is like a very informal, right? Very informal way. This to begin, ain't. This word doesn't exist in English, but it's very common to hear this word. It's like the negative, like no, I don't, or I'm not. Like for example, I don't have money. I don't have money. So you can replace don't by I ain't have money. I ain't have money. Or for example, you can say I am not interested, right? So you can replace it I'm not with ain't. I ain't interested. You can use,
It's
for
not in
example,
the dictionary, that word.
no, it doesn't exist. It's very colloquial. This is very informal, but you can see it in movies and in music. You can find a lot of expressions like this, ain't, which is informal. It's the negative of most of the sentence use ain't. Like for example, you can say, oh, Jocelyn will not come. She will not come. She ain't come to the class today. Yeah, you can use this one for all tenses. Yes.
Teacher,
Any,
but if you are in an interview, you can't say that,
no,
I
no, you
think.
can't. No, you can't. This is informal. This
Ah,
is
okay.
very informal. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Good. Yes. Time is running. Sorry. Yeah, I know that the idea was to understand. Claudia, you were about to say something? No?
Yes, only the that I think the good message in the person that we have in the video is that everything depends on you. But I want to tell you that I didn't understand anything to the Facebook CEO, anything, because he speaks so fast.
Okay.
I
Uh,
didn't understand.
Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Yes,
Zuckerberg.
yes,
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. You couldn't understand him?
No,
Yeah, he
nothing.
speaks very fast, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone understood that part? maybe about Zuckerberg. What did he say? Mhm.
I understood, but I don't remember.
Okay. All right. A good
He
point.
mentioned something about the value of flexibility, that you have to like be flexible about your options, something like that.
It's true, right? He said some people they undervalue the area of flexibility. That means that you need to explore the things that you're gonna do before you do it, right? You need to explore and get into an agreement with someone that you're gonna work, who you're gonna work with, and how you're gonna do it before you do something. He said people undervalue the action of flexibility. Flexibility means like you need to have different options or like do explore the area before you do something. I know that he's speaking very fast, but yes, that's the message.
Think this is possible to have it here in our countries. I mean, United States is different because of the opportunities that people might have, but here is like quite difficult to be trying and do um, I don't know, trying to get involved with or to know what things are going to be better to do before you enter in a business or something.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's because of the contest, uh, el
the
contexto,
context.
context that we have in here in our countries.
That is correct. Yes, it depends. All right. Yes. We're gonna go into something else. We're going to let me see.
I have
We were
an example of this.
uh-huh.
I would like to share it. My
Share it
boss,
with us.
yes, he died from COVID last year in December,
Ouch.
and he owned. He started a company with 4 people in San Miguel at the age of 17 because his father threw him out of the house because he was too a playboy
Like a playboy.
at that age. Yes. So he came to San Salvador and he started like a business, going to Guatemala and coming back every day to buy merchandise and sell them here at the market. So for not being long, he owned the company DISAC with before he died with 460 employees. He became a multimillionaire and he died very, very rich. So
Okay.
he never went to the university. He only went to the secondary,
Mhm.
but he stopped because of the problem he had with his father. And he was more intelligent than all the managers that he had at the company. Mhm.
Okay. Very nice. That's a clear example, right? That sometimes, yeah, we don't need let's say a college degree. Any other opinion? Maybe let's say James, Jaime. You're coming so quiet today, Jaime.
Mhm.
It because I'm a little bit tired. To be
Okay.
honest with you guys, I do believe, like Ernesto says, that in his experiences or in his experiences, in my experience, I believe then it is important because gives you more opportunities. Okay, we don't have that mature environment that the ones the interview that we already saw and here has in El Salvador we don't have that mature of level. Um, that's the reason about in El Salvador. I do believe then it's very important to study. Why? Because with this way you will have more opportunities. I'm agree with the comment about Leslie, but that also depends about you, about your attitude, about you. You could be better for business, and in business you don't have to study because you have a more labia. I don't know how to say it. but
You have more what?
labia, dar paja. I mean,
Convincing
To
skills,
know how
maybe?
to
okay,
speak.
convince. Okay, you have more skills to speak and to provide to make you understand your ideas or something like that. And in the sales way or in the sales department, probably you will be able to open your own business to sell your own stuff or make up a pupuseria or put a pupuseria or something like that. And then no one, you put two or three or four and then a bunch of those stuff. And you don't need to study, but that's not the case of everyone or everybody. I that's my opinion.
Right? Very good. Yes, we all have different areas and different depending what you do, basically, right? And it depending. It depends if it is if you depend from a job or if you have your own business, right? Good. Yes. All right. Now we're gonna go and I'm gonna give you like a few minutes just to practice. Remember that we have a topic to discuss, and I'm gonna send it with the partners that you were working with, except like Monica, and you can include, for example, Vilma and Rodolfo. That is a different topic, but then you can speak your own information. That's not a problem. But I'm gonna give you time, and then we return, right? And we need to practice this. So I have the people that you were working with yesterday. I have Alexis, Medardo, and Leslie. Let me see. Yes, Guillermo, Jaime, Lisette, Jocelyn, Ana, Vanessa, Carlos, Rodolfo, Carlos is not here. Claudia, Darillo, David, Jacqueline, Ernest, Michael, Carl, Marla, Monica. Okay, go ahead. You have a few minutes and then we return. And then we talk. You need to explain that topic. All right, everybody. Vanessa, Michael, Vilma, Rodolfo.
Me duele mucho la garganta. ¿Qué hacer?
Pues dale lo mismo que le estamos dando a ver a Araceli. Ujú. Mira, me equivoqué y me salí de la clase. Hi, everyone. My teacher, I had some troubles and I leave the breakout room. Hello. Hi.
¿Por qué le cortaste rápido a papi rápido?
Hi, teacher. Hello? Hello, teacher. Can you send me a breakout room? For a breakout room, please. I was in the 8.
You went the group number
Yes.
8?
Yes, yes. With Monica and Rodolfo.
Yes. Just give me 1 second.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you have some disconnections.
Right now I had so yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening, Marla. Hello, Marla, good evening.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Marla, good evening.
Sorry, I don't listen well.
Yes, right now we're doing just a short practice. You were talking with Monica, right? Marla and Monica.
Yeah.
All right, so let me send you there. So a short practice, then we return. All right.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Ready? Are you ready?
No, we aren't.
Let's see.
We are not ready, teacher. Jocelyn is 6 and I was late and we didn't prepare nothing.
We will see.
We forgot the topic. We thought it was sequía, but it was not.
No, your topic is listed in Jocelyn's famine. Famine is like when there's a lack of food, not food. Like for example, in some islands or some parts of Africa, people are dying due to famine.
But we didn't find the word famine. How do you write it?
Famine, F-A-M-I-N-E.
F-A. F-M. F-A-M-I-N-E.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We were wrong. We were saying another word like feminine. feminine.
No, no. Okay, yeah. It's confusing. Yeah, it's confusing. That word feminine,
Yeah.
it's just different. But this is
And,
feminine. It's just like a more technique word to say like lack of food. Good. But
yeah.
let's see. We have the yes. But don't worry.
But
Let's go.
even though we can speak about that
Of
without
course.
reading or without,
Yeah. The idea is like not reading, right? Just let your brain to come up with the words and sentence, right? To transmit a message. Yes.
okay,
Because reading,
Improvise.
of course, when you improvise, it's even better, right? So you can talk about different things.
Mhm.
I got group number one. I have Alexis, Leslie, and Medardo. It's urban sprawl, right? It's like the urbanizations extending. Good. So you can have Leslie, Medardo, and Alexis. You need to have your camera on and okay, and tell us what is that.
I'm going to share my screen, teacher.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Well, guys, good evening. We are going to talk about the urban sprawl. My workmate will be Medardo, Leslie, and me. Well, first, we are going to start talking about what is that? Urban sprawl describes the expansion of humans. The word was used for first time in an article in the Times. The Times is a magazine in 1955. It's like a negative comment about expansion in that time, the USA and in London in specific, uncontrollable human to a different areas that are available to build. Uh, like in El Salvador, we have the same thing. There was a few years ago, there was a lot of areas that has space to build, and now you can say you can see there is more houses and more constructions. Well, what could be the causes? First, the lack education. If there is a lot of countries that doesn't have access to a good education, and it's something too hard to say because the government had to have to give the best education that that you need, but there is a lot of size in the different countries that can have the access for a good education, and it's cause the increment to the people because you don't have education, sexual education, or how are you going to do in the rest of your life? How are you to search a house? There is a lot of things that you have if you don't have education. Another causes more residential areas. We were talking with Medardo and Leslie that if you sometimes you were to Santa Ana, for example, Santa Ana had a lot of spaces, parks, the different beautiful areas, green areas. But now you can see a lot of construction. For example, I was talking to Ciudad Real, for example. Ciudad Real, when there is built, there was trees and rivers, and there was fauna and flora. But now there is a residential. It's a big residential. Yeah. And the other cause is the lack of government population regulations. Uh, this is a cause that for me is important because the government has to see how the people is increasing in our country. Just so we were talking with Medardo and Leslie. In China, for example, there is a law that it talks about you only can have one son because there was a time where country had a lot of people. and they had to see another option to slow the people. But well, this was the causes. Now Medardo is going to continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I try to add for more information about, for example, another points about it. Lack of education could be that that Alexis said about it, the consequence of the lack of sex education, because this education not limited only to unwanted pregnancy, pregnancies and sexually transmitted disease, because the diseases, because the most important is that the high population growth. So this is the initial problem, I think, because when, for example, you have a lack education, it's like when the increased population density encourage crime and anti-social behavior. Or maybe, for example, if you live in a residential, you can maybe trying different another people that they living in another neighborhood, for example. So this is sometimes it's about lack education, because you can maybe try to the same way another people, all people. But about more residential areas, the another consequence could be that, for example, when some companies building a lot of houses in like a mountain, for example, the geographically could be affected. And then another big problem is like invasive the habitat or the environment for a lot of animals, and maybe this species have to move another place. And about the fauna and flora, all environment could be affected about it. And another big problem could be that when you have more building or more areas construction, the from increasing impervious flooding, for example, or surface, they could be like some disaster, for example, or increase the temperature, because the more area have building with concrete. I don't know if this correct, this word is, but the temperature with could be increased.
Concrete.
And increase, okay. This is a big problem too when the urban growth is grown.
It's growing. Okay.
Growing. Maybe it could be about recommendation. Leslie.
Okay, I will be very brief. I heard that like an alarm. Some of the solutions that we were thinking about in order to like control or reduce the urban sprawl, among the ones that you can see on the screen, we thought about two has highly important. One is to reduce the number of private car ownerships. As you know, nowadays in El Salvador, anyone who can afford to purchase a car does it, right? Because, for example, there are like families that they don't need 3 or 4 cars, but each member of the family has one car. They can easily use just one. And one of the disadvantage of this is that unfortunately on our country, because it's not so safe as we want it, we cannot use like any other kind of transportation way. For example, just go walk into your job, or just use bicycles or the bus but you feel safe in a bus. So that there is a kind of and the environment is like I forgot the word. um Se está contaminando. And
It's getting polluted.
it's getting polluted. And the second one is to assure affordable housing. This is very important too. Nowadays, afford a house is very, very complicated because the bank don't loan you enough money like to afford a secure home, or maybe the price of the houses are very, very expensive. So um nowadays the wages that we are earning, there are not covered those kind of amounts. So if we keep I don't know, a price that is like affordable for everyone, maybe you can just try to keep your home, or the préstamos
Loans.
and you the loans, and you can pay them in a short time and not in 30 years, right? So these are part of the recommendations that we thought that could work.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you for any questions to the teacher. Who's that guy? Okay, good. Thank you, Alexis and Menardo and Leslie. Yes, good. Thank you. That's just remember when we talk about plural, we use there are and things plural, right? There are trees, or if it is past, there were trees. For plural, there was singular, there were plural. And the word, for example, construction, right? The word, normally the letter U sounds like a, construction, like a, construction, construction. And oh, there's a, the, this is like the semantic. So this like the order of the words in a sentence, right? Like you only can have, we understand, right? That's very understandable. You only can have, but the position is a little bit different. You can only have, maybe, all right? The position of that sentence, right? Always this kind of only, probably will go, definitely will go after the auxiliary. So you can only, you can probably, you can, and then always the adverbs will go after the auxiliary. Thank you. Another one is like the cease, the ceases, right? In when you use the expression lack, needs to go with of, lack of, because we said lack sounds like a good luck. Lack of means like insufficient. Education, and the word areas is areas, different areas. And areas contractions, it will be constructed areas. And the word surface is better, is the goes in the first syllable, surface, in the surface. And let me see, unfortunately, it's better to say unfortunately in the first syllable, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, yes. Thank you. But overall, thank you, guys. Let's go with the next one. I have, let me see, Guille and Jaime. Very nice.
Are you
Guillermo
sure?
and Jaime.
Well, hello, good evening, guys. We have a presentation and also we have a video.
Sure.
Can I share with to the group the link of the video, and you can put it, because we will start with the video. It's a short video. It's just only around 3 minutes, and then we will arrive with the presentation.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I will share right now with
Oh,
you.
can
with
you,
guys.
you cannot
Sorry?
play it? You cannot play it?
Oh, let me verify.
You can
I
play
think.
and present it at the same time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Share
Sorry.
the screen, Jaime.
I didn't verify that. Let me do it.
Share screen, and then you present and show whatever you have.
Okay, I will do it now. Give me a moment. Release. Tell me when you already see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, friends. Today we'll learn about deforestation.
Can we hear it?
Deforestation means cutting or
A little bit, yes. It's
Yeah, a little bit.
slowly. Now, yes.
human activities. It's a serious environmental concern since it can result in the loss of biodiversity, disturbances in the water cycle, damage to natural habitats, and soil erosion. Deforestation is also a major contributor to global warming and climate change.
Sorry, but
Causes of
It's just stuck.
yeah, I don't know how.
We can hear the audio, but not the video.
Give me a moment, please. Sorry.
Yeah. Now you are in my shoes, James. Now you are in my shoes. Right? Now you are in my shoes, right? With the internet. Yes.
Take your time, Jaime.
Take your time. Don't worry.
All the time that you need.
Not all your time. Okay. Or go ahead, Jay.
Give me a moment.
Oh, you can start talking. Not a problem. Your topic is let me see deforestation, right? No plants, cutting trees, lumberjacks, cutting trees.
But I don't know how to stop it.
Just close the tab.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. Where? Okay. Oh, thanks for that idea.
Right.
My apologies, guys, but
Don't worry. Don't worry, teacher. That's understandable. Go ahead. That's me presenting, right? It's terrible with the internet. Okay.
It's your moment, teacher.
Yeah, it's my moment. You can present the what you have, the short presentation, and then let's talk about it.
Yeah, share the presentation. I mean, we can start it.
My apologies for
Don't worry.
I will share the presentation now, but the video was great because
You can
will
send the later.
explain
We
more.
can watch it. Not a problem.
Okay, now I will share with you guys. Let me see. Tell me when you already see my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Yep.
So here it is. Okay, okay, guys, we will talk a little bit about deforestation, and let me move.
All right. Good night. We're gonna talk about a little bit for deforestation, and we start with causes and effects of deforestation, and then we talk about a little bit from some we can have a we can prevent the deforestation. Some of causes of the deforestation: extraction of palm oil, filling and burning, conversion of land for agriculture, wars, forest fires, removal of tree species, habitat loss, vulnerability to fires. These are some of the causes, but the most frequently in daily life are fire, tree felling for the construction of buildings, shopping malls, supermarkets, and highways. That is some of causes more important we can see for news on television, for social networks, and that is some of causes. The most important we have the fault some of things that construction of building or homes for many, for I don't know what to say, sobrepoblación, but that is a
Overpopulation.
overpopulation.
Population.
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 Okay.
That is some causes, and we go next.
Okay, now I will talk a little bit about the effects of the deforestation. Okay, first we do have habitat and biodiversity and land loss because of the effects. Like we see, if we have deforestation or fires also, we will attack the biodiversity. Also, we have loss of biodiversity when we make some constructions, boulevards, like we already mentioned before. And at the same time, we have an increase of atmospheric of CO2 that in a and we have in this area the information also. In addition, it prevents the fixation. Fixation. Thank you for that. Fixation of carbon dioxide. Those contribute to climate change. To climate change. And well, at the same time, we have more effects, which is increase of flooding. Also, the water cycle. We have a disruption on the water cycle, and at the same time we have increase in our drought. That's a little bit about the effects that we have, and now we will talk a little bit about how to eliminate the deforestation.
Deforestation.
Go ahead.
Well, the first of all, we can plant a tree. Do not use paper or reduce its use. Recycle and buy recycled products.
Okay. Also, we will be able to help if we look for forest forest
stewardship.
Stewardship. Okay,
Council.
thank you. Forest Stewardship Council certification on wood and wood-based product. What it mean? It means then it is wood not for a regular not for a regular forest. It is wood the probably it could be wood recycling wood or already wood with a forest. Then we work to plant more trees. For example, we cut one tree, but we plant 3, 4, 5 trees in order to put more weight into the next side of the balance. Also on the number 5, we have eat vegetarian food as much as possible. Why is this? Is because the trees, the meat, sorry, the meat becomes from the cows, and the cows are a huge reason, is one of the most important reasons of the CO2 that we have right now in the planet. So if you eat more vegetables and less meat, you will help also to the environment. And that's it. I will share with you guys the link of the video, and that's it.
All right, thank you. Not a problem. Thank you so much. Okay, so Guille, and it's just some words like you can say effect. In this case, is effects. Some effects. Some effects. Something that was gonna. And the word species. Species in the word you grade normally when you have like double O, like book, cook, right? You pronounce like ooh, but in this case, it's an exception when you have FLODD. right? It's like flat, flat. It's similar like for example when you cut, right? So you will get blood. No, it's you get blood. Your blood. Yeah, it's an exception. We pronounce it like and the word products is products. The word products, different products. Thank you. Let me get someone else. Get Anna and Vanessa.
Yes.
Okay, Anna, Vanessa.
Okay. Anna is gonna share the screen.
All right, you can turn on your camera so we can see you. All
I
right.
know.
Okay, good,
More
good.
teacher is more fluency without camera.
There's more fluency, but we need to see.
No, teacher, believe me, no, you don't want to see.
Yes,
Okay,
we
I
would
will
like.
try.
We are in fachas, teacher.
Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter.
No, teacher,
Natural.
it's because of fluency.
Natural. Okay.
I will appear.
There you go, Anna, right? You're not in fachas, not at all.
Come on,
We like to
Vanessa.
see yourself in picture.
You start.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Anna and I did a little research about drought, and we gonna start by defining what drought is. And
Tofi, pastilla. Tome aquí, ven. Tome. Ay, la botaste.
Okay.
Okay, and we found that drought is a period of time when an area or region experience below normal precipitation, and the lack of adequate precipitation, either rain or snow, can cause reduced soil moisture or groundwater. This diminish stream flow, crop damage, and a general water shortage. Droughts are the second most costly weather events after hurricanes. And for that reason, it's important to raise awareness that we live on a water planet and we must take care of it. We must do all we can to protect this value resource, because to avoid this kind of meteorological events like drought. Anna, can you continue or pass the slide? Drought is a recurring feature on the climate in most parts of the world. However, these regular droughts have become more extreme and more unpredictable due to climate change. Then we have some of the causes. Can you pass the slide? And we have that some causes of drought are precipitation deficiency, dry season, some meteorological effects like El Niño, the erosion and human activities, and of course the climate change.
And that's all. That's all. Okay, teacher. My part is very short. We tried to look information for El Salvador, drug in El Salvador, and for this year, farmers was worried because in June they know that we are going to have a drought like 2050 and 2016. And it will be worse for the people who dedicate to cultivate basic grains like beans and corn. So that's all. That's all, teacher.
What else, Anna? What else?
Okay. And just that, teacher. I don't have more information. And just that.
About, okay, drought. Yes. Any example? Well, this year has been a great year for farmers because
And the
it's been
notice
raining. Yes.
I saw in the notice that the farmers know that it's going to have we are going to have a drought because the rain starts before the winter come. I don't know.
It started after or before?
No, it's before.
Before,
Antes,
okay.
Before. And that's why they know. But MARN, Ministerio de Medio Ambiente, they don't give official information for this situation, so they know that it's going to happen drought in this month, on June, July, because the rain starts before the winter.
Okay. All right.
Teacher,
so thank you.
I don't
Yes.
know, but I have trouble. Draw with TH. I don't really want to say drugs, but it's something similar. Draw. How
Which
do you
one?
say? Draw? Sequía. Say it. If you can.
What do you, the drought?
Draw. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, that's the topic. Yes. And there are some other topics, for example, I'm sorry, mispronunciations, like little things like when you say that the word, for example, resources, right? Natural resources. And the word is recruiting. I'm sorry, recruiting is a recurring problem. And the word climate for climate is climate change. And the word deficiency, like this one, precipitation deficiency. And when you said a notice, it's like a Anna, notice is like when someone send you a notification to the email, something like that. No, or you mean like the news, like in channel 4, 2, or 6?
News.
Oh,
then yes, I found the information in a newspaper.
In the news. Okay, thank you. Let me get another one. Let me see. Oh,
no, I cannot use
notice.
The word notice. No, I want to say that they notice farmers. Ellos
but
se
notice is,
percataron.
oh, okay, they notice, or they realize, it's better to say.
Okay.
They realize that. Okay, thank you. Let's see who's next in the, let me see, overpopulation. Oh, that's Claudia and Darío. Let's see.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yes, almost.
Let me share the screen. Can you see it?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, Dario and I, we are going to talk about overpopulation. First, share with you, I want to. Overpopulation is an undesirable condition where the number of the existing human population exceeds the actual carrying capacity of Earth. Some facts interesting about overpopulation are, for example, that the population in the world is increasing. As you can see in this graphic, for example, the last year in 2020, we were almost 8 billions, and it's supposed that in 2050 we are going to be almost 10 billions of people. Another fact, for example, that the countries that have the most amount or the most quantity of population are China, the second one, the United States, and the third one, India. And also another fact, maybe you know that the last July 11th was the World Population Day. Then we have some causes about underpopulation, the decline in the death rate. The people are worried, actually the people is worried about their health. Technical advances in fertility treatment. For example, if you are married and you want to have children, actually we have medical advances, many advances that can help you to do it. Immigration, of course, is another cause, because if you are in a country that has many problems happening here in El Salvador, then there are many families that are look for to go to another country, especially the United States or Canada. Lack of family planning. You don't have a plan how many children that you are able to give the most important things, education, foods, everything that they are need. And another one, poor contraceptive use. I think I can pronounce this word. Also the consequence that we know. We so much people in the world, and we are damage our planet with deforestation, with global warming and climate change, extinction of species, depletion of natural resources, conflicts and wars, and also high cost of living. But we work with Dario, and we found that there are some solutions that we can do. And let me listen to Dario to talk about it.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. Good evening, guys. Well, as Claudia said, we had a different we have a different consequence why we have another population all around the world. Basically, we found four different consequence. That's why we have another population. I'm sorry. We have four solutions to avoid the overpopulation all around the world. Basically, the first one is a better sex education, because lack of sex education, the people doesn't know different ways to avoid or to increase of many kids. For example, in El Salvador,
We lost Dario.
In El Salvador, there's no internet.
We lost him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
he's here.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Dario. Go ahead. Dario.
He's smiling.
Now he's out of the building. I'm so sorry. It's on you.
Okay.
Well, as I said you before, we have a problem because we don't have a good sex education, and maybe in our country it's taboo to talk about it, and it's important to have this kind of action in our in our young people, for example. Another thing is to access to contraceptives. I don't know, teacher, how do you say that?
What is it? Contraceptives?
Contraceptives.
Contraceptives.
Dario, you are there, and why I'm talking?
Thank you, Claudia.
Go ahead.
Well, well, the second solution, as Claudia said, enough access to contraceptive, because even in El Salvador, even in Latin America, we don't have to access to this kind of methods to avoid on our population. I was around a week ago, I was talking with a friend who lives in Uruguay, and it's interest because they had a lot of extension, even more than El Salvador, and they are around 3 million of I don't know how to say Uruguayos in English, and it's contradiction because they had a lot of extension more than El Salvador, and they had and a half of citizens in comparison to El Salvador. The third one, Claudia, help me please. Thank you. As the first group was talking, we have to change this policy because try to avoid in countries like, for example, I don't know if Claudia said, I don't know if the order is correct, China, India, and the United States, I think. Oops, I don't know if I'm able. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes. And when this kind of change, we can avoid our population, for example, in El Salvador. Imagine we are in El Salvador around 7 million of people. Imagine in the United States, after Mexico, El Salvador has the second country with more immigrants. In the United States will be around 9 million people. In Central America, El Salvador is the smallest country in Central America. The last one is talking about similar like the first one, education on the subject. When this one, we can provide in schools with the teachers materials to explain how to explain with the people with the child that is talking about this kind of theme. And the last one, the conclusion. An overpopulation is a crisis, right? That potentially stands alongside climate change as one of the biggest challenges facing humanity today. And the second one, this is a little in the way of education or dialogue related to the issue, particularly in schools. And the last one, if this doesn't change, the issues highlighted may continue to grow and I don't know how to pronounce that.
Unabated.
Unabated, thank you. Unabated. If that happens, this one issue could have a knock-on effect that will be led to untold problems in the future. Well, to conclude, we have to have an access of education to the other people to avoid. Oops.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Ponete la pijama, Vero, por favor.
Okay, it's almost pajamas time.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, it's okay, not a problem. I know it's time, and we have some other ones pending, and sorry that it's taking time, but it's to listen to all of you, right? So we have some little words like depletion. The word depletion makes something shorter, and the word when you say or tell. Normally, when you are transmitting a message to another people, or one person is tell, as I told you, because you are communicating, right? And the word climate, right? Is climate change. Yes, I know that we don't have enough time. It's time to go. I know. Thank you. We're losing Jaime. We're losing Jaime, right? Jaime, welcome back. Come back.
Sorry,
All
my
right.
apologies. I'm tired.
I know. Don't worry. Okay, everybody. Thank you, and the rest will this to be continued for Monday. Thank you. I hope you have an excellent weekend. Take care. Right.
Bye.
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 Bye,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Bye. Good night, everybody.